I've learned a lot about manifesting over the years through my own personal experiences of both successful and unsuccessful manifestations. And that is how I've come to realize that there is so many lies out there about the law of attraction. And often it's designed to get views, gaslight people, sell pipe dreams, and it leaves people feeling really confused and not knowing who or what to trust. So today I am going to debunk the biggest myths about manifestation that I see and hear all the time. So keep watching this video because it will give you so much more clarity about how manifestation actually works. This myth is everywhere and it is so pervasive. And it's basically the idea that if something bad happens to you, then it's your fault for thinking negatively, having limiting beliefs, or being in a low vibrational state and somehow attracting it. So if you get cheated on, then that must be due to a belief that you have somewhere buried in your subconscious. If you didn't get that job, well, it's because you didn't believe in yourself enough. And this is simply not the case. And the reason why these ideas are so damaging and dangerous is because it creates shame. The truth is that sometimes things happen that are simply out of our control, or they happen to wake us up or to help us learn a lesson or redirect us towards something that our ego probably wouldn't have chosen for ourselves. People really twist the idea that your beliefs create your reality. And whilst there is truth to that, life isn't just about your thoughts. It's about timing, external events, and things that you can't control. So not every hardship that you go through is something that you created. Not every unfair and traumatic experience is something that you attracted. Sometimes challenges come into your life as part of your soul's growth, lessons, or redirection. And those tough moments, losing that relationship, losing that job, whatever it might be, is actually just nudging you towards a different path. Life has different chapters, and therefore things have to end somehow for you to step into something new. And sometimes things end badly, and that's actually a blessing, because chances are if it didn't end like that, then you would have just stayed rather than evolve. And let's be honest, relationships ending badly actually sometimes makes it easier for you to cut it off and let it go. Because otherwise, if it was tolerable, then you probably would still be low-key unhappy, but still trying to make it work. So the truth is that not everything is a direct result of your energy and beliefs. We live in a collective system, and sometimes things just happen, but your beliefs do have a massive impact on the general outcome of your life. So if you think, oh, I lost my job, it's the end of the world, then it probably will be for you. Or you could think, oh, I lost my job, let me start my own business. And that might lead you to make even more money and being even happier than when you had that job. Your beliefs determine how you respond to events that are outside of your control and whether you can turn something that's bad into the best thing that ever happened to you. The idea that you need to be in a high vibrational state in order to manifest your desire, and if your vibration is low, then somehow you're blocking your manifestations, is empirically false. And you just need to look outside into the world to see that this is a myth. Because if the law of vibration worked the way that people say it does, then celebrities, billionaires, and highly successful people would all be emotionally healthy, spiritually awake, and trauma-free. But they're not. In fact, so many of them are deeply traumatized, stressed, depressed, addicted, or stuck in toxic cycles. Just have a look at a lot of child stars. They all had wealth, fame, and all of the manifested desires that us regular people dream about. And yet many of them ended up in rehab and spiraled out of control in their adult lives. And when you listen to their interviews, they reveal just how much they were struggling, how depressed or anxious they were at the time, at the height of their fame. And so if so many celebrities admit they weren't happy or healthy at all when they attracted all of that success, then it's pretty safe to say that the idea that you attract good things based on your vibration is totally bogus. The truth is probably somewhere along the lines that opportunity, environment, luck, and action play a much bigger role than your vibrational frequency. People manifest amazing things all the time, even from messy, painful, or chaotic states. A more grounded idea is that you can be exactly yourself as you are and still manifest just as effectively. You are allowed to be in lower vibrational states if that is where you're at in your healing journey. People create great pieces of art and literature from heartbreak and pain. So you can absolutely create incredible masterpieces from that state. And that's why I don't really subscribe to the whole raise your vibration narrative. What I believe in more is the idea that there are healthy and unhealthy ways to process and channel your emotions. It's not always about being high vibe, it's just about being real with yourself, feeling what you need to feel, and finding grounded ways to move through it. There is a reason why sometimes your manifestation works and sometimes it doesn't. It totally flops. People try to guilt you into thinking that if the manifestation didn't work, then you weren't detached enough, or you weren't living in the end, or you did something to mess it up. That is ridiculous, and that is not how it works. The truth is, you can only manifest what is relevant for you and that is aligned with what your soul is supposed to experience in this lifetime. For example, if Jim Carrey tried to manifest becoming a famous footballer, it never would have happened. And if Cristiano Ronaldo tried to manifest becoming a famous actor, then that wouldn't have happened either. We can only manifest what is aligned and what is relevant for us. Because if something is not meant to be for you, no matter how much you try to push for it to work or try to manifest for it, it will fall apart. Like if you try to make a relationship work, but your soul knows that this isn't the right person for you, you will not be able to manifest that person into staying. Also, a lot of the times you do not get what you want directly either. Rather, what you get is the people, the places, and the situations that help you to develop or build what you asked for. For example, if you want to become successful, you are going to have to go through the steps and overcome all the challenges that you need to overcome in order to be a successful person. The most successful people in this world have actually dealt with more failures and more setbacks than the average person. So this is essentially a warning for you to be careful what you wish for, because it might come in the form that you do not expect. In fact, do not be surprised if you get the exact opposite of what you wanted, because it enables you to build the skills to create what it is that you wanted. The concept of living in the end, having unwavering belief, or acting as if it's already done gets thrown around a lot in manifestation circles. But the truth is, those ideas aren't entirely accurate. You can absolutely doubt your desires. You can feel uncertain about if something will happen and absolutely still receive it. Chances are you have already experienced this in your own life. Just think back to a moment when something really good happened and you were genuinely super shocked or surprised by it. One of the clearest examples of this is imposter syndrome, especially amongst high achievers. It proves that you do not always have to fully believe in your worth or your success to actually achieve it. In fact, a study from Thomas Jefferson University found that 87% of medical school students reported high levels of imposter syndrome. These students had studied and worked their asses off and dreamed of becoming doctors, and yet once they got there, most of them didn't feel like they belonged. This isn't rare, it's an incredibly common societal experience. So if even the most successful people struggle to believe they deserve what they've manifested, then this shows that total confidence isn't actually required. What is essential is commitment to your intention and a willingness to keep going. Manifestation isn't about being perfect and having absolute certainty in yourself. Action and consistency are way more important than belief. So as long as you keep taking small aligned action steps forward, that's how you bring your desires to life. So those were the 4 most prevalent lies about manifestation that I personally wish I would have known sooner. And that doesn't mean that I don't believe in manifestation techniques like visualization, scripting, or making vision boards. Those are great tools and they definitely do work, but I wanted to clear up some commonly held misconceptions about manifestation that can make the process feel heavy or stressful. And at the end of the day, what I'm really trying to say is, don't be so hard on yourself. Manifestation is meant to be fun, it's meant to inspire you, and it's essentially a tool to help you create the life that you want. So I hope this video was helpful. If it was, please subscribe and join the Relove family. We would really love to have you. I'm sending you so much love, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.